top of the morning, and it is a beaut.
And the hope of the Irish as the future champion of the world.
A podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio.
Welcome to the Barry J. McDonald podcast. The place where dreams get dusted off and acted on. Because life is too short. We're living on a rock that's flying through space. And hey, what the hell else were you going to do with yourself here?
Hi, this is Barry here, and you are very, very welcome to today's podcast episode. So why did you get up out of bed this morning? Or maybe a better question would be to ask you, who did you get out of bed for today? Because most of us don't get out of bed for ourselves. You know, from the first moment the alarm goes off, we're racing around, looking for our clothes, looking for a bit of breakfast, a toothbrush, a hairbrush, and we're just racing out the door, going to a job we don't like, building a dream for someone else. Now, if that's something that you are sharing with someone else, maybe it's a shared dream where you're trying to build a business or build a charity or build a sports team or whatever. If it's a shared dream, that's fantastic. But how many of us are working on shared dreams, or even on dreams of our own? You know, too many of us just race out the door, fight with everybody else in the traffic, and then we arrive at a place that no one wants to be at. And yet, how many of us question it? How many of us just do the same thing every single day and never ask ourselves that question? Who am I working for today? And because we never question it, we just follow the herd. You know, the great Earl Nightingale said one time that if you walk down a street and you ask a group of people why they go to work, they'd say they go to work because everyone goes to work. Everybody else was doing it, and everybody else is doing it, well then, it must be the right thing to do. And they never question at all, maybe, if that isn't the right thing to do. Now, before you think I have a millionaire lifestyle, I don't. I've got bills to pay just like everyone else. But what I did over this past couple of years was I started to do things for me. I started to work on my dreams. You know, before I would start any work, I would get up first thing in the morning and I would work on whatever content I need to write today, whatever emails I write today, whatever videos I want to record, podcast episodes or whatever. I was constantly finding times where I could squeeze a little bit of my dream in the day. But you'll find that a lot of these people who go to jobs that they hate, when they come home at evening time, they never think of working on a business. You know, they're just flopping for the TV, watch Netflix, veg out, and for them, the dream is basically just finishing a box set. What's going to be new on Netflix next week? What is everyone else watching? You know, watching celebrity TV shows, just kind of candy floss TV that isn't going to improve their life at all. And they never really do anything to change the direction of their life. They never try to work on their dreams. So I want to ask you that today. Are you making or setting any time aside to work in your dreams today? You know, do you not think your dream is as important as maybe the boss that you work for? The people that you serve? Do you not think your dream should be better? Now, sometimes maybe if you're in a full-time job, you haven't got much time to do that. But still, could you not just find maybe an hour today where maybe you could write something, whether you could record something? Have you got a few moments in the car just to pick up your smartphone and maybe record a podcast episode? I'm sure you could find that. And eventually all those little moments will add up. You know, they might seem small at the start. They might seem like you're not really achieving much. But over time, it does build up. Over time, you will find you'll get more listeners. You get more followers. Suddenly, you're maybe making $10, $20, $100. And then it snowballs and gets larger and larger until eventually you can find that you can actually buy back part of your day, where you control more of your day. So of the 24 hours that you have today, maybe you might have give maybe 8, maybe 10, maybe in some cases even 12, maybe to someone else. But what about the remainder of your day? You know, when you have those free hours, maybe it might be better maybe just to switch off the TV, work on something, learn a skill, you know, learn how to do something, record some content, build a website, do some TikToks or whatever, so that eventually you can actually get some more of your time back, and then eventually you can actually spend more time working on your dream instead of working for everyone else's. You give that some thought today. And sometimes too, when you tell people that you're going to do things like that, where you're going to have a podcast, or you're going to have a YouTube channel, or you're going to do whatever, sometimes when you say that to people who work 9-to-5 jobs, they kind of throw up their eyes and they almost feel like sometimes as if you're a little bit of a weirdo. for trying to work in your dreams, as if the things that they are doing are any wiser or any cleverer than you are. Again, you find these people who are in these 9-to-5 jobs think that they're actually winning. But again, as I said, they're not working on their own dreams. They're just a hamster on the wheel. They're just another cog in the big machine of some business or whatever it is. And for them kind of to look down your nose always makes me laugh. I'm thinking to myself, well, who's the craziest one here? Me trying to work on a business, which mightn't work, but if it does, it's really going to pay off. And you're saying I'm crazy for doing that, and yet I think you're crazy for getting into your car every morning, racing off to a job that you hate, dreading every moment that you get there, and then when you come back, do nothing in your evening. That to me is a crazier life. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye. Would you like to know how I went from being a lowly shelf stacker, depressed, no confidence in himself, and how I went from that to becoming a popular children's author, and then on to even greater things, recording and selling my own digital products? If you'd like to find out how I did it, and if you would like to do the same yourself, if you head over to Writecom, that's WRITECOME.com, you'll find a great free report over there, which is called the Online Business Manifesto. And in that report, I'm going to show you the journey I went on from the beginning to where I am right now. And I'm going to show you the 3 business secrets I learned along the way. Now, these secrets aren't secrets that most people talk about. Some people don't even realize that they exist. So if you head over to Writecom, download the free report, you are going to be miles ahead of everyone else who has an online business. Have a lovely day, and I hope you enjoy this episode.